I'm on my new island. I haven't made one of these videos in a while, but I don't even know if I'd say it's like a mental health update. But I kind of wanted to ask like all of you, like what's been going on, because I've noticed for me since January, as someone who like struggles with like depression and anxiety, and I'm on medication for that, right? I've noticed myself, I think, in more of like a depressive hole. Like I'm finding it like harder to get out of bed in the morning, and I'm finding like I'm still, I think, getting all the things I need to get done. My hair is sticking out. I'm still getting everything I need to get done, but I feel like I'm like doing it a little bit more slowly. I feel like I'm dragging my feet on some things, and it's just like a very sluggish kind of, you know what I mean? Like we're like just getting it done. We're just getting out of bed in time to like do the things that we need to do. And I feel like I've noticed, like, I don't know what I would call it, like coping behaviors or like mechanisms from like my friends, or and I don't know. I feel like everyone's just kind of like having a tough time, and like, I'm from LA, and like obviously most of my friends are here too, so like it makes sense that like I think a lot of people have been having a tough start to the year. There's been a lot of stuff going on, but like with like the fires being something like that was tough. Like that we had a real go of it. I think I've said this on stream before, but if you lived in LA, I don't think, like, I think everybody here knew at least one person that was like directly affected by the fires. Um so that's still like crazy to me. But so like, yeah, like how is everyone feeling? Like, have you noticed a difference in your like mental health and your behavior? Something that like I've picked up on recently, and this could be like an isolated case just near me, but it is like super strange to me. Like I don't understand like why it's happening. Uh I'm noticing people aren't picking up after their dogs anymore. Like I don't know why. I don't know like what prompted the laziness, but I'm just like what's going on? Like why aren't people cleaning up after their dogs? And like part of it is just like, I don't know. I think a lot of people are just like feeling it. And, like one of the first things to go is like those like little like upkeep behaviors, like those little things that like it's like it's not really a big deal, right? But then I feel like a lot of those things can snowball into something like much larger. Like once you stop picking up after your dog, you stop cleaning up your house, all those little things really add up, right? And they start to like, it's funny, like I have recently just cleaned my room, but it took me a lot to like do it. And I noticed like it's not like I just like made a mess, it's not like I just threw everything out and like it's like, oh yeah, like want my room to be messy. I like just slowly things just started building up. I didn't put things away. And then like the next day, I'm just like throwing another thing just like in the corner, and then like all of a sudden like I have all this stuff building up and my floor is covered in like clothes and like paper and like all these other little things, and it's just like, you know that stuff adds up, and then you're in a space that like you don't really feel like, I don't know, happy with, and then you're not like thriving, you're not doing like your best work in the space that you know spend a ton of time in, right? So I don't know. It's just like I still have a little bit of cleaning up to do. Like it's mostly good now, but I have been like, I had I recently had a stream where I was like popping confetti poppers, and oh my god, like I don't think I'll ever get rid of the confetti. Like I can see a piece like right there, just like stuck to my wall, and I'm just like, that's something that I might never be able to deal with. But back to like my point is like, I think from what I've noticed, and I could be wrong. Like this might just be like me, like I don't know. What's the word I'm looking for? Um, Assigning meaning to stuff that like doesn't have any mean, I guess, you know, I'm like looking for something that isn't there. But I feel like I've noticed, like, I don't know, people struggling since the new year, right? So I don't know. I'm just like wondering how everyone is, wondering how we're all doing more than anything. Don't like this. Sorry. I'm trying to set up my grid for like Gilmore Girls Island, and I think it's like this. Wait, hold on. 2, 3, 4. That seems correct. That seems correct. I'll see for sure. So let me know in the comments if you've been struggling with something. I'm not, you know, I'm not like a therapist or anything. I can't give advice or anything, but I'd love to hear what everyone else is going through. If you are going through something, let me know. Wait, should I mess it up? It's like that. Did I give an extra space? Oh wait, no. Okay, we're fine. Able Sisters is in the way. Second thing, which again, this isn't really a mental health update. I know that I like something feels off about this still. I'm gonna need to figure it out. I feel like, God, now that I'm like saying it out loud, I'm like, who what? I wanna start a mental health podcast, specifically focusing on like the content creation space and like the pitfalls that come with that. And I'm in like very early like days planning it and like what it's gonna look like, but you know, I just wanted to put that out there that that's something that I'm looking at doing soon. I don't even have a title for it yet. I'm still looking for a co-host and guests and things like that. But I feel like, you know, this space, especially as like a small creator, but I'm sure it also goes for like large creators, right? Like this can be a very mentally taxing hobby, job, whatever it is for you. You know, a lot of people say like unkind things, and you will definitely experience like a lot of burnout. Like you're not sure if what you're doing is like correct, things like that. And I kind of wanted to dive into that myself. You know, if somebody's trying to get into the content space, like what are the things that they should expect, and then like what are strategies to kind of deal with those things, and like, you know, when you first get into making videos or streaming or whatever it is, you don't really have a support system. Like you build that over time. So it can be really discouraging early on for someone new to the space and trying to approach it. And I don't want people to be necessarily giving up because they experience like the burnout or unkindness early on. And then like they don't know like what to do with that, right? Like they don't have any way to deal with that. So that's kind of what like I'm aiming for this podcast to be. And again, like, you know, that isn't say like streaming isn't for everyone. You know, like you might try the hobby and then just realize you don't like it. Like that's fine too. You know, I'm not saying like once you start streaming, like you have to always keep doing it and this is how you deal with that. Like it is definitely okay to try it out and be like, this isn't for me. Like that is more than okay. And that's another thing to talk about. Like it is okay to realize that like you don't need to do it if you don't like it. Anyways, thanks for watching.